Hello, 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 hello. Hi, friends. How are we? Oh my goodness. Hello! Happy Friday! How goes it, friends? To the person on Steam that just gifted me 2 games, why, thank you! You were too heckin' kind to me, and I am very excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness! They looked so good! So chat, now we have to play Dead Letter Department, the full game, and the Case of the Golden Idol. I'm so excited. Thank you, Nuffin. I appreciate you. Thank you ever so much. Oh my goodness, hang on, I can't move in. Okay. Hello! Friends, do we want to do one more drop? And then, we're gonna check out this new, new game mode for the Root Tracer Dead. We finished it yesterday, and then there was more. So I'm pretty excited. Root Tree Mania! Pretty heckin' excited. Alright, hello, hi. Please ignore my hair. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having like a crisis with my hair. I cannot stand it. I feel like I look goofy all the time. So I am, whenever I can get a hair appointment, I am cutting it back short again because I can't stand it. It's driving me crazy. I hate it. I feel like I look ridiculous all the time. You're the only one who picked truck. You should have seen my face when I seen the random truck emoji on there. I was like, what? Hi, Odds. How are you? Wake Howdy, hi, hello. How are you, Aurelius? What's going on? Instax, what is up? Doc, how are you today? Fateless, what's going on? Howza, good morning. Oh, and thank you for the lurkies. Instax, thank you for the lurk as well. Blue, what's going on? Nothing. Happy Friday. How are you? Insomniac, what's good? Jay, hello, hello. How was your day? Kanga, what's up? Shay, how are ya? Remember? Oh yeah. Literally, the only time my hair is out now is when I'm streaming. That's it. I used to be someone who, with like having shorter hair, I would never have my hair up. Literally, I would go like months without like putting my hair up because I never liked it up. And now it's always up unless I'm streaming. Because yeah, if it's just there, it just gets, yeah, pulled on. But I just, yeah, I look at the photos of my short hair and I'm like, oh, I look so much better with short hair. I don't know what this is, but I feel like a mess. Tugan, how about you? I'm good as well. Good, good. Hey, hi, hello, hello, hello. Need to hold my hair up more, especially when eating. Hair's past your waist? Wow. How long have you been growing it? My hair hasn't been that long since primary school. Yeah, I would say primary school. And then throughout high school, I did have reasonably long hair as well. But I would say like... I don't even know how to... Probably like... Oh, how do I... Not halfway down my back. Probably like a quarter of the way down my back. I guess. Probably like, if it was sitting at the front, probably about like here-ish. So like, my hair used to be quite long, but now I'm just like, ugh. Shoulder, yeah, I'd probably say shoulder blade level. 3 years, that is amazing. Before I was born, got a first perm when I was 2 months old. I love it. Has she just stuck with it since? Some of the adulting frustrations has improved to an extent, just frustrating having to start over but almost done with chores for the night. Had food and there's new Go song. Let's heckin' go! Heck yeah. I'm glad that they have improved a little bit. But yeah, starting over anything is real annoying. House will clean, but I'm happy with it. Might do a lengthy trim and dress up as RJ McCready for Halloween, either this year or the next. Love it. 40-some odd years later, she still gets the regular perm. Hey, she is committed to the look now. I love that. Longest my hair ever got was during COVID. Took all... it looked all shaggy at the back, and when I studied, I actually had to wear a headband to keep it out of my eyes. When I was in preschool, I always had like a front fringe, and it would always sit below my eyes, so I would always like be looking like that to try and look under my fringe. Feel like goes. I don't mind them. More of a, I don't tend to go out of my way to listen to them, but if they're on a playlist, I'll listen to the song, you know, if that makes sense. But I will suss it out. I will, I'm curious, especially if you're recommending it. Especially. Oh, chat. We're putting the board together as well. That y'all have now seen. But I can't show you what's on there yet. Buttersafe, thank you for the like. Thank you, thank you. Where's the game gone? Chat, we all need matching shirts. Speaking honestly, I've wanted long hair since seeing Draco's dad in Harry Potter 2. True, he does rock it, honestly. He does. Ciara, happy Friday. Good to see you. You just know we had to continue the drama. Also, chat voted for it. I was like, do we do DVD? Do we do this? Heck it, I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to see. And I'm kind of glad this won in a way. Because like now that it's stream time, I'm like, yeah, I need to know what's happening. The video is also mentioned vampires and graveyard vibes with air 80ish rock metal. Oh, love that. Love that. It is required by law. That is true. Just went in today. You got the free soundtrack for this game and played it at work. You did? Is it a banger? I did see that it said on there that there were a couple of extra songs that aren't in the game. So is it all round just lovely? Oh look, the green screen's making my hair see-through. Oh my goodness. You know what I got today, chat? I attended this event thing, right? It was like a you could like swap like baby clothes kind of thing, where like if they've like outgrown them or like whatever it may be, or just like need the size up or whatever, you could like donate it and then have a look for something in their size or whatever, right? Guess what shirt I got Bub today? I got him a Green Day shirt. Isn't that so cute? Do you guys want to see it? I'm just gonna go grab it actually. It looks so cute. Give me 1 sec. A Mr. Robot shirt? Oh my god, I wish. I heckin' wish. Is this not the cutest? Oh my god, it's see-through. Well, it's yellow. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? And it's all like vintagey, retro kind of vibes. So, big fan. I seen it then, I was like, I have to. It might be taller than you. Truly! Oh my goodness. Don't know when he got so big. But he's literally like half the size of me now. It's unbelievable. For 3 days, yeah, that's it. Give or take a day. It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. 0 locked in. All right, let's do this, chat. Y'all know the drill. Everyone, detective hats out. So, does anyone need a rundown on what's happening now? Because this is just kind of chaos. Look at this. I reckon we can do this all tonight. I believe, chat. Do you believe? Serving a job well done with a whiskey, with whiskey and jazz. The truth revealed and the client happy. A family built on scandals and inviting finally known to the world. How could I have ever guessed that another member of the same family was to pay me a visit a year later? My work for the Root Race wasn't done yet. Why is there always infidelity? I know, right? Look, but better yet, why is there so many babies born of this? Wrong. We're all locked in. True. Front of the Wolverine now trying to find all the source of infidelity. Yeah, that's it. So chat, if you're after the drama, oh boy, do we have it tonight. Now we're starting here. Latex allergy, oh, has to be, surely. Because someone was busy. In 7 years. Look at all this. In 7 years. Unbelievable. My god. And this is just the one. Yeah, it has to be Miracle, surely. Okay, so we're starting with the famous one, right? Felix Fellows, because there's only one famous. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so much more difficult. Oh my goodness. He's a rapper who has found some recent radio play after being publicly confirmed as a long-lost root tree and entitled... Oh, so... Publicly confirmed? Okay. There's a play on 5 Pieces, an article you find on a website known for their particularly harsh reviews of modern music, gives his most recent album, Root of All Evil. Let's hear it out. I want to hear the song. Instant sus list? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Dropping the single, 5 Piece announced that he'd retained the infamous celebrity lawyer Stevie Whitlock to sue the family. Okay. I'm gonna create a page that is literally look into, because like I really want to make sure that I come back to that, but not right now, you know. The look, known for publicity stunts, paid thousands of teenagers a few dollars an hour to call and request the video on MTV, which increased its profile. Oh my god. This is Ellie, the now breaches. Okay, most recent album. Out of 7 for whatever reason. With the headline, more poser than my action figure collection. Oh my god. Alright, that just goes the same. MTV was music videos. What about Channel V? Do you guys remember that? That was where the good music was. MTV was just like... Oh, what was that car show? It was like Catfish and... where they would like do up cars and stuff, and then it all came out that was like fake. 801 on Foxtel, that was the one! The music channels! Oh my god, and Saturday Morning Raid. Hit my right, that's the one I'm thinking of. The review mentions his real name is David. What? And he used to go by Dirty Davy. And the author rused the fact that this rebanding was a blatant marketing stunt at the expense of his mother's tragic past. Mother's tragic past. Okay. Real name is David. Okay. For a huge thing, Only Wonderful School, pumped up with music. Oh yeah. So good. Apparently only one of the songs on the album is new, and the others were simply rewritten to turn blatant references to sex, drugs, and violence into clumsy euphemisms. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of News Time. Hey, we've got a new periodical available. So it's like a news place, claiming to be a root tree. Then 1 week later, Miracle Root Tree did the same, denying that he was. You know, I'm just gonna start this now. Miracle. We all know, chat. Don't pretend you don't know. We know. We know it was him. Rimuru, hi, good morning. How are you? Miracle Root Tree did the same. Because of his high-profile back-to-back discourse right before the start of Root Tree Mania. Wait, what is this? What is Root Tree Mania technically? Oh, so it's just what? Okay, so 5 Piece started it. And for a few weeks, everyone felt as separate. Society moved on. Okay. Daytime talk shows had... Okay, and we'll go... This is building up so fast. Root Tree Mania. Okay. Had I'm a Secret Root Tree episodes. Where you could fill in your own name to find out if you're a secret root tree. When you submitted your name, it simply said no with an image of Clark Rafferty Larrell giving you the finger. If it's not Miracle, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm good as well. Doing good. Just long enough for the 6 pieces to re-enter the charts and to trigger new printings of other Root Tree related media. Ooh. This includes Lauren's diaries, VHL releases. Okay. We need to highlight all of that. And steroids? I mean, possibly even more, Wake. You never know. The release was too late to successfully capitalize on or extend the craze. As a result, most of them were failures, and countless novelty shirts that had a variation of I'm a Secret Root Tree became immediately unfashionable, though some people still wear them, ironically. Okay. Miracle was a scammer, true. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of Newstime holding a photo of his mother. Hang on. Hang on. It was Jesus Christ! You scared the heck out of me. I am not a noob. Have you seen this drama? It was Jesus. Yep. Holding a photo of his mother with Guy Hudson. Root Tree Company denied it vehemently. Miracle Root Tree even appeared on the same magazine a week later, but since then they've backtracked and publicly welcomed him to the family. Their press release at the time stated they had new evidence that confirmed the story. Hang on. Guy Hudson, where was he? Who was... He had no kids. Oh. Over here? It was the twin! This guy! See what I've done there? Oh my god. And he was the president. Oh, that's so icky! Yuck. Ick. What a guy. What a guy. But unbelievable. Unheckin' believable. Was it him all along? Oh my goodness. Okay. Was it him? Hi, Punching. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Is rapper? No. If it was him, I'll be sorry. I know, right? He had one job. To be president, not to be making this much of a mess of the family tree. Musician? Is that the best? Do we have a photo of... No. Why? What happened? Sleeping around having a fun that you're part of a really rich family and even your kids who you've never seen are entitled to a part of it. Yeah, because of something you're like great-grandfather? Great-great-grandfather. One of them. Dexter, come on. Is he? Oh my god, this guy. Okay, let's search. This feels weird to search, but sure. According to Fansides, Felix Fellows is not Five Keys' actual name. His birth name... Oh, okay. Confirmed then. David Fellows. in Portland, there are also some people selling his old mixtapes on auction sites. One is apparently called Dirty Devil and another Dirt Poor. Okay, we need to look these up. Doc keeps saying thank you for the lurk. The blinker's not working. Oh, that's annoying. Rewire the lot is 100. Well, that's good. That's a relief. An RGB BMW logo. Okay, let's see if we... No, okay. What do we have? Oh, we do have the old ones. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, what name is it going to be under? Maybe we search the songs. Hi, Booty. How are you? Schedule 1 when? Everyone seems to be loving that. Call you Jays? All right, amazing. I'll try my best to remember. I may ask you again, though, if I do forget. As a heads up. Nothing, hey? Okay, what if we... Current events. There we go. Famously appeared on the cover of News Time kicking off Root Tree Mania. Then a week later, Miracle Root Tree appeared. All right. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. It really wasn't that. Why does he look like Hugh Hefner? Maybe that's the... what they're getting at. Oh my god. Miracle Root Tree appeared on the cover of News Time. Shortly after Five Piece did, he vehemently denied that Five Piece was a root tree. The article was from before the DNA test that proved it. Miracle doesn't focus much on the details of the accusations regarding his mother and Guy Hudson. Instead, he comes across as exhausted at the events that have been going on behind the scenes. He starts with 6 pieces content. He says that although most of the book was based in fact, it left out anything that wouldn't fit the agenda. He points out Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm division of Root Tree, and that Sam did the same before her. That Sam's family was not astute, and that really it was only her son who chose to take on a job with no salary. He claims that though they didn't have to, the family helped pay for her son's medical bills after voting that it was the right thing to do. What do you mean, didn't have to? You did though, because they're family. That was asked to draw Stanley as you. Oh my god. Miracle also says that the story about his father, Elias, shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Cancer's blame in the whole thing. Elias gave him a simple ultimatum. Stop sinning or be disowned. Please. Miracle says it was... Pop-Tart! Thank you. No, Miracle did not say that it was Pop-Tart. It looks like it is, yeah. Miracle says Pop-Tart. Miracle says it was EC's own choice and that Elias allowing him to earn food and shelter on the company's dime was a kindness, especially considering that he and John continue to live together. Oh my god, I cannot stand Miracle. Go away, dude. Pop-Tart was the villain all along. Miracle then pivots to the fallout from 6 pieces. He recounts a deluge of claims to the cleanse and trust that the family have been subjected to. He doesn't cite any specifics, but says that every time someone comes forward, the family devolves into arguments. They've had to hire an outside legal team to help, but so far every case has been demonstratively, laughably false. All they do is tarnish the family's reputation. He focuses on 5Ps who appeared on news time before him. He calls them a grifter and a delinquent and says that he is using their name and products to sell filth to the masses. Of all the accusations, he says that this is the most dangerous because it exposes the world to hatred. He cites 5Ps' lyrics as violent, sexist, and ungodly and prays the boy will repent, retract his lies, and find religion. Dear God, get a hobby, Miracle. The real family was the Pop-Tarts we ate along the way. Now that deserves... The real family was the Pop-Tarts we ate along the way. I don't think there's ever been another sentence that fit better than that. Lastly, he turns to the future. Miracle states that those that wish to hear the true story can join him on his farewell tour. Ah, there it is. He's just selling something. The Miracles Root Tree are planning on touring the country's churches one last time, and that now at the age of 71, Miracle is the oldest living root tree. While he plans to continue preaching at his own church in Butler County after the tour, this is your last chance to hear the truth from the man with the most complete recollection of one of America's most notable families in your hometown. I bet. Upcoming Miracle. We need to look into this. Hi, Miracle. Good to see you. Farewell tour. All right. The article mentioned that Miracle's son, Miracle Jr., did not wish to comment and has a statement from Clark through the Root Tree law firm. Miracle does not speak for his entire family. We're working carefully on a plan to definitely disprove any claims of infidelity in our family's past. The article also does not refute Miracle's claim that he's the oldest living root tree, despite Sam Madsen being born the year before him. This guy is a piece of work. A heckin' piece of work. So this is Felix, hey? This is Felix. Chat, I have a Pop-Tart. One sec. He looks like someone. Have we brought enough? Well, chat, take a bite. It's the s'mores one, I believe. I reckon that there's gonna be like a twist here. And that like, it's not actually gonna be Guy. But someone else. Unless he was just that busy. Insistence that his father was Guy Hudson. The story was dramatic and sensational, initially dismissed as fake until a DNA test proved that he was related to Guy Hudson. 5P says that his mother Joanna was Zach Morden's secretary when he retired, and then Guy Hudson's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks after that before she quit. This will give us headaches. Wrong page? Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah, now we got it. His mother, Joanna. Dexy, Bubba, come here. He wants to go to the bedroom, but he wakes Bubba up every time. So she worked with him for only a week or two. His parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid of her and her son's life. Is that because that his father was abusive, or to try and get away from the root trees? How's it? It was apparently Guy. But honestly, we just read something about him and he's just a jerk still. The guy was just a jerk. But no, it was apparently Guy Hudson, which was the redheaded twin. Supposedly. He grew up with her until she was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. The next morning they found her dead from an overdose in her car. She had stolen all of the cash from her drawer and spent it on heroin. What? As Felix went through her belongings, the only things he had to remember her by were a hairbrush she always used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. But then he found it, a box hidden in the back of her closet. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away with the exception of the one photo he appears with on the cover of News Time. He says it was the only one where they were dressed, the only one not from the affair itself. Oh boy. The only one where they were dressed. Oh my god. The picture is shown in full inside the magazine. High tax, not my birthday, but thank you. Okay. The magazine also includes some additional history about Five Pieces' career. Felix Fellows was born to Riley and Joanna Fellows. But has never had an icon. Tried to find success by opening for other artists, even by selling CDs on the street. He's only recently started to hide his private lineage. Guy was also a joke, swooped in, took president from Zach, made caviar candy, tanked the business, and dipped. That is true. He did do that, didn't he? Ah. Yeah. That was him, wasn't it? Zach wasn't the one that killed the company, was he? Okay, so Joanna. So she was a secretary. Here's the photo. At a company picnic, he claims that Joanna and Guy Hudson, also in the photo, were having an affair that led to his birth. Thoughts, chat? Yeah, no, you're right. I just don't know if it was those, yeah, those people. Thoughts, chat? Do we think it's them too? Or was it all a setup? Alright, well, I guess from who we know... Fourth? Third. Okay. But here's the thing, chat. We have a photo here of Miracle. So if Miracle isn't necessarily this guy, he's still doing something shady. That's recent. Didn't they just die? Okay. How did we find the music last time? Miracle is shady. Has to be the right hand spot, then root trees have the symbol. What do you mean? It's the thing in the source of evil page. Hi Belmont, welcome back. Source of evil? Oh, this guy? Oh, the 5-piece album. We downloaded it? Do I still have? Yeah, I'm curious too. The little tree indicates one of the OG family. It does, yes. For a male is the far right. I never realized that. Huh. Some additional history. I might leave it. So I'm not entirely too sure at the moment. But I feel like those three are correct. In 1921? It's got to be one of these guys then. Surely not one of them. It would have been too young, right? Oh my god. Okay, let us... 3 spots. Reminders. How far is Pennsylvania to Portland? Out of curiosity. Okay, so they ran. Book about Alliance Richie turned to be propaganda. Which Portland? Oh, I don't think they specified, did they? Felix and his mother then moved to Portland. Yeah, they don't say. Diversity by 5 years within 16 plus. Most likely Oregon, which is opposite. Hey Tommy, how are you? Okay, what have I got down to look into? Stevie Whitlock. My day was good, yeah, busy. Just got heaps of stuff done around the house and we went out to an event and yeah. How was yours, Tommy? To the gym, let's go. A lawyer with a history of publicity stunts and grandstanding. Still, she's managed to rack up quite a few legal victories for C-list celebrities and athletes. She became famous in the mid-80s after successfully suing a multinational sandwich company whose 12-inch subs were actually an average of 11.5 inches long. Stevie argued that since the company sold 1 billion sandwiches per year, that was enough missing sandwich to make a sub long enough to span from New York to Los Angeles. The jury awarded her a paltry of $5,000, but the news coverage of her crusade turned out to be priceless. And that is not relevant whatsoever. Going to events. Oh, no. It was... just like... It was like an event for like a community, like, baby clothes swap thing. It was really cool. Doesn't make a difference. It apparently adds up. So this didn't go to anywhere. Can we get... Okay. And may now be irrelevant. They both appeared in the company's advertisement. Yeah, that's everything. So focus on traveling. Yeah, this isn't relevant at all. Oh, he died! I forgot he died! In 82? Well, that's why it ended. Oh my god! Who knows how many more there could have been? Goodness. The story itself is surprisingly light on relevant details due to the recency of the accident. Foul play is not suspected. Yeah, he and his wife had no children. Yeah, because he had them with everyone else. There's an older version of this in the Time Travel Archive. The the only president of Root Tree for a few years, not the 70s and 80s. Except for the Fancy Flavors debacle. During Root Tree Mania, he suddenly rose to prominence again after 5Ps appeared on the cover of a magazine. A few people that existed adjacent to the company in the 70s have come forward with stories. Oh! Apparently he was very busy. My god. Guy liked to throw large holiday parties whenever he had an excuse, and they often got very out of hand. This fact had led to some people to speculate that the night he died in a car crash, he was drunk or impaired in some way, but the Butler County Police have revealed multiple statements and ample evidence that proves decisively that it was not foul play and that no party had taken place. Root Tree's lawyers have been quick to threaten litigation to anyone who has tried to discharge Guy or the company in public. Interesting. Some pile of business wedding on actually business? Nope. Go straight to this if you... How much did we pay? Yeah. Apparently quite a large sum of money. Yeah, private businesses indeed. Fancy Flavors in addition. Oh wait, hang on. Was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as the president in an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted. Guy looked at his own wealth, source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea. Yeah, this was the caviar guy. So did I. Okay. So, what now do you reckon, chat? Bunny, thanks for the 5! Happy Friday. How are you doing? We just need one more. Anonymum. What? Anonymum? No, hang on. Anonymum? What is... What do we have? We haven't looked at Miracle's farewell tour. Oh, his mum. Yeah, we should. Show. Oh, yeah, we just looked at that. Just goes back into the Fancy Flavors thing. Oh, we need to look up that too. Because there also has to be something about her death. Joanna Fellows. Hang on. Is it ES? Yeah. Hard to keep track. Oh, no, I don't blame you. You are all good. That's just back to what we've already got. And then there was Riley. There was nothing about her death anywhere though. Okay. I'm a secret root tree. daytime talk shows. There's got to be something about it somewhere. Alright, well there's been new printings of other Root Tree related media. So... Lauren's diaries. Howdy JJ, how are you? What game is this? It's called The Root Trees Are Dead. From Kyle. Oh, neat! Thanks for dropping by. Should we start by searching these? Do you think? Check a box in the setting. You can search all periodicals at once. Oh my god, stop. We're doing that, chat. This is too complicated otherwise. Oh my god. Belmont. Lifesaver. I did say that at the start, and it didn't make sense, but it does now. Do I have to do the work? No! 50 IQ brain explode. It is a bit tricky, but it's pretty cool. I do play DVD from time to time. Not as much as I used to, though. It seems Miracle Senior is going on a new tour of the United States in late 1999. The previous flyer for the 3 generations of Miracles has been replaced. Be part of history. The Oldest Living Root Tree reprises and retells his incredible true story. Miracle Root Tree grew up with one of the famous 5 pieces, living a life of wealth and luxury, but fortune was nothing compared to the powerful force of the Almighty. Doctors determined he was destined to die young, but fate had different plans. He has lived a long and fruitful life, however he's now in his 70s and his age is beginning to make life on the road more difficult. So consider this your last chance to see him in a town near you. An intimate evening, oh my goodness. What, and online games? On stream, I play anything and everything right now. DVD, Superliminal, this, what else have we done? My brain has stopped responding. What did we do before that? Truck Sim, True, COD. God, yeah, anything and everything. Dexy, what's wrong? Do you want a treat? Come here. Dexter, treat. Come here. Treater? Don't want abuse? I tend to, yeah. Maybe not Dexter off the TV show? Yeah. Most people go, oh, Dexter's Laboratory. Not quite. But yes, that is where he got his name. Didn't you, Dexy? He's like, I just want more treats, Mum. That's all. Miracle will reminisce about his famous history. He'll discuss his family's saints and sinners and provide a unique perspective on one of the most notable families in the United States today. Learn what originally drove him far away from his fortune into the arms of religion, and learn how his life has become more wealthy in spirit than it could have ever been from his inheritance. The site also lists the churches will be appearing in and mentions that tickets can be purchased at local services. Noticeably absent are any mentions about Miracle's news appearances.
Hello, friend.
Thank you for the follow. Howdy, Caleb. How are ya? There was an older one. Oh, so that was... I guess everything that's older is just gonna be what we seen the first time we searched in before Root Tree Mania. On my way home? No worries. Get home safe. Thank you for luckies. Thank you. So there's nothing really here, is there, for us to delve into. So, chat, where to from here, do you think? What should we... Why can't we find that, actually? Search all. Oh my god, you love to see it. What if we search MTV? Unbelievable. The single? Oh yeah. Yeah, we will go to that in one sec. Jane Doe retreat. Oh yeah. In this game, you're trying to put together a family tree and like uncover their secrets, basically. After there was like a plane crash, and then the family is very like big on in the like business world, and in this new game mode we're playing, they have potential extra family members that are coming out of the woodwork for inheritance money. The discrepancies and debates about what year exactly was released based on some of the pop culture with the one of the songs, Yes I Can Jump, seems to be at the center of the confusion. Some fan sites claim there are multiple versions of a different track list. So if we mixtape Dirty Devil, it seems to be the only song that didn't make it to a studio album. A popular movie. Oh my god, hang on, this just keeps going further and further. Thanks, JJ. Thank you for dropping by. For using Fair Hauser. Fair. He's big, very big on infidelity. Yeah. It's a real movie. Hey, you can't blame me for not knowing it's a real movie. When half the things in this aren't real. This reference has caused some confusion amongst the fan base because of it. It is agreed upon the mixtape had to come out in 92 at the earliest, but others point out Furlow's references seeing the movie in his 17th birthday would have been in 94. Been released in 94 at the earliest, just trying to make himself sound older. So you said it was called All Your Problems. Hey, yo! That's probably Limits follows on from it. That is a good point, actually. Yeah, it probably does. This track is the only new song on the album. The subject matter of the song is the hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those that have it. Those that can afford not to be greedy. In the song, 5Piece triumphantly talks about taking the root tree's wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. You find a copy of the song on a suspicious looking website and download it. Tax is not my birthday. No shenanigans from chat. No. Forbidden. Forbidden. Okay, do I need to search this as well? No, it just goes back to the same thing. Okay. Well, let's use LimeWire, another PC. Oh my god, can you imagine if they done that? If from downloading it, you just get like a bunch of websites that pop up that you have to like click off. That would have been such a fun little thing to add in. Oh my god. That would have been hilarious. Oh god. Okay. Oh, here we go, chat.
Attention, attention, root trees. This is 5Piece coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
You say money is the root of all your problems.
It received some airplay but didn't make a big splash critically or commercially. Still, it's kind of catchy. I have... This is the first song that doesn't say the lyrics aren't relevant.
Like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's class of trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners cause we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from here without blame. How about instead I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money is a
This guy is iconic.
Let me take those problems away.
Whoever caused dollars, the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest.
Perfect, Tango. What's for dinner tonight?
Burning spoons for the needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible.
How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How one in my share,
That's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets. The only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's.
top off my pockets, please.
Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty. And if you're suddenly not eager,
That was
to
actually
unhand
quite
that
good.
fortune,
Some of the
unfortunate.
Jesus.
I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion, and I'll do it all legally.
Kanga, 10 out of 10.
Courtroom, decorum, I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Bring the choir in.
You say money
All together now, chat.
of all your problems. Let me
Oh, yes, please,
take those
Kanga.
problems away.
Yeah.
You say
Yeah.
money is a root
Vibe is perfect for this.
of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the needle. Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil. just
What a
trying to
banger,
make
man.
small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you
Who is this in reference to? How so once I'm with your passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How wanting my share, that's actually extortion. Your candy ass name synonymous with sweets. Synonymous with sweets. Uh-oh. One sec, chat. Oh, someone's woken up. The root tree name, since they make candy. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I was thinking this is the first song that doesn't say that the lyrics aren't relevant. All the others did. They were like, good song, not relevant though. So I'm guessing in some form this has to be. A lot of miracle beef, yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering though, too, if it's because Miracle's the only one that's very outspoken about him. And I wonder why that is. I am curious why that is. Why he's the only one that's so passionate about. Has his own secret kid. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this could be him. Wait, when was he born? Hang on. I wish now that this was locked in if we had like their dates there. Because like this is recent. This isn't even... What? Oh god, this is gonna be something weird. These are two people from the tree, and I don't think it's gonna be something as simple as like someone who's already married. I feel like it's gonna be as weird as like this situation was. That someone's married someone's like ex-wife or something. Mariko's religion also has a secret of his own, but wants to make sure it doesn't come out and throw the attention. True, yeah. True. Yeah, something weird here. There's a... Oh god, and there's a baby. Oh god! Wouldn't surprise me with this family. Honestly, look at this. It's a mess. Absolute mess. Oh my god, Aranza. It took me so long. We got there in the end though. But it took me a while. It took me a while. I'm ashamed to admit. But we're done. Look at all this. We've smashed it out of the park. Now we're on to the real drama. And there's another top secret thing too. Be sure to look into loose ends. Oh my god. So yeah, took a while to do either one row or a column at a time. And see, that doesn't make sense to my brain. I wish it did. Sierra, what did you say before? Jane Doe, was it? Jane, hang on, what was she? Turned it into a chess game. Yep. Jane Doe root tree. That was it. Wait, but first, we're gonna listen to the soundtrack again.
Attention, root trees. This is 5-piece coming at you from the real world. You know.
100. Yeah, there's not gonna be much to share in the end.
Say money is the root of all your problems. Root of all your
A banger. Is actually really good. And also, as interesting as this is, also, heck this family. Heck this family, man. Kind of, you know, really liking everything this guy's saying. Oh, the second one. Okay.
Your lectures on greed as some expert creed from he without blame. But instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you know just where to aim.
So good. It's a banger, isn't it?
root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars, the root of
Second high profile case.
small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle.
Okay.
So once more with passion, this poor
Instead of planning to have a root tree, she claimed she'd slept with Guy Hudson, that her daughter was a root tree. Daughter.
that's actually extortion with your candy ass name.
Takes this
Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from
began with a brief TV interview. She appeared in the shadows to try to interview.
streets you reppin'. A park replacing boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's.
Not self-inflicted, seem to spring up for Richie because no one else to refer to her.
From me is what he wants, right? You to live in poverty, and if you're suddenly not eager,
Particularly credible?
that's unfortunate. I guess
With
I'm gonna take
Sam.
my portion and I'll do it all legally. Class action.
This song at a club.
Way past your fancy ass dormant.
Just this song now, that's it. Hi, baby. How are ya?
Problems, let me
Sorry,
take those
give
problems
me
away.
1 sec.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me
Okay.
take those problems away.
Good after the New Time article, Sam Manson publicly supported on mental response, which found politically credible. The media blitz ultimately is backfired.
Take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle. Whoever calls
So I think what we have to find out is who was hired after 5 P's mum. Once she was fired, who was the one that was hired? Because yeah, he had a type. Almost Friday, end of the work week, Saturday, end of the work week is Saturday for you. So close, Stacey, so close. Okay, let's. After fumbling the 5-piece story so publicly, the root trees were more prepared to handle all the Clancy trust-related cases. Within a week of DNA, actually, let me note this down because I think there might be something more about that. Within a week, a DNA test proved that Adam's daughter could not be related. What? Announced at a joint press conference with lawyers representing both Anonymum and the Root Trees. Each party ensured their respective clients provided accurate samples. Immediately after the negative results were released, many of those who had already been skeptical felt vindicated. Others who had built up hope that history could repeat itself after 5Ps felt duped. Many people suspect the whole affair had been a hoax to gain fame and money. Many demanded that Anonymum be held accountable, and some people even began to attempt to track her true identity. The Root Tree company felt pressured to put out a second statement to try and curb some of the backlash, even going so far as to say, though it was scientifically proven that Jane Doe Root Tree is not a root tree, this doesn't mean that her mother and Guy Hudson were not involved in an affair. She had every right to make her claims, as it has been verified that her stories about Guy Hudson were not exaggerations. Please leave their family alone. Many people claim that this high-profile anticlimax and public backlash was the beginning of the end for Root Tree Mania, since much of their fun was the shared fascination about secret root trees. Others think that, like any fad, it just ran its course naturally. Regardless, this was the final notable event related to the release of 6 pieces, and things went back to normal. Jane Doe Root Tree has already been eliminated as a potential new root tree by the company's lawyers, who are the ones verifying your work. Anonymous affair does not appear on your updated tree. Interesting. Okay. So I guess we just write proven false. Okay. So, then who was this? And this? And this? And this? It does sound like a payoff, doesn't it? Okay, so we now need to look into what's been changed on this. The Clancy Trust is the Root Tree Company's unusual legal arrangement and the motivation for most of their major financial decisions. As a recap, the entire family earns inheritance directly from their profits of the candy company, as well as their sister clothing company. Nearly every root tree can potentially have a say in the company's high-level operations. Historically, this has caused the family to be slow to approve any major expenditures that could significantly dig into the profits. After the release of 6 Pieces by Sam... Ah, wait, hang on. 6 Pieces by Sam Madsen. Alright. We got it. The Clancy Trust came under heavy scrutiny. Sam, her children, and her grandchildren should all have been covered under the trust according to the wording revealed during an internal family conflict between Ron and Robbie Roottree. Ron and Robbie. Who was Ron and Robbie again? Who was Ron and Robbie? Director and... Oh, yes. Yep, those guys. Gwen, yep. It seems that those who wrote the trust, Clancy Edward Roottree, at the direction of Elias Roottree, purposely deceived the rest of the family about the exact details of how it worked in an attempt to keep Sam and her father, Edward Clancy, his own twin brother, in comparative poverty. Because the rest of the family made money hand over fist, they had very little motivation to question their understanding. Sam's book revealed this to the public and it did not go over well. Clark Rafferty Larrau took over the company and his most celebrated move was his first official one. He ensured Sam's family would get their share. To help facilitate this, the inheritance aspect of the trust is now under the control of a third party. There it is! That's what we needed. Ruby Legal Enterprises. This ensures that the financial motivations of Roottree family members will not interfere with the investigations into potential new root trees. According to Clark's letter, however, some family members are still doing their best to slow the investigation by refusing to answer questions. Root trees birds are... Ah, God, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so let's dive further into this. The company is named after its head lawyer. Okay, do we need... I might just make it legal. So anything to do with like legal battles or the Clancy Trust or all of that, we'll just put on there. Okay, we'll just have that. You can't find much about the company from before this year though. Of all the articles tell the same tale. After the fiasco of 6 Pieces and the revelation that the Roottree's internal law group was complicit in such a cover-up, they hired outside counsel. Ruby Legal Enterprise Group now seems to have ties to multiple aspects of the Roottree Corporation, including the Candy Company and Root. Interesting. They were recently in the news due to high-profile lawsuit they raised against you. Whew, I'm running out of breath. Hello. Thank you. Trying to sleep. Cicely Sanchez is an author, best known for Portrait of a Changed Man. Okay, I will delete that because now we have it its own thing. Delete that. Okay. I like having this look into one chat and then we can like adjust it accordingly. Did not perform as well critically but still sold quite respectively. She has written a few more books instead, including a biography of Van Gogh, but her first two are her claim to fame. According to a site about authors, Cicely is known for her non-fiction with a focus on exploring darkness in the human psyche. Recently, Cicely appeared in a magazine. Okay, with an article about a book she had been commissioned to write for Guy Hudson. Stop. Okay, The magazines and Cicely herself were immediately issued a cease and desist due to its inclusion of pictures that she never had the rights to publish. The issue was pulled from the store shelves, making it an instant collector's item. So we should be able to... Piketty is a category of flower... Oh, I wasn't... Oh. Okay, what if we go... Article. Oh my god. Magazine. Yes, that's what I wanted. A publication that, as far as you can tell, has no consistent theme. It tends to contain tabloid-esque articles that appeal to a wider variety of audiences and appears in many grocery stores near the checkout line. Unlike traditional tabloids, it doesn't typically feature celebrities on the cover. Instead, it tends to latch onto and create sensationalist headlines about whatever subject appears to be popular at any given moment. This has included Beanie Babies, Magic Eye Images, and even Red Bull. Printing fiction along with facts. All hearsay that's fit to print. We just read that. That particular issue, the Big Sassy Bass issue was pulled from shelves. It has now become a collector's item. Alright, well that's the name of that. You recently finished an online auction that listed a copy at over $1,000, though nobody bid. Alright. Oh my god, chat. We are crushing it today. And an issue that focused on a talking toy fish. Piketty had an article about a cancelled book by Cicely Sanchez. The book's subject was Guy Hudson, and the issue was said to contain pictures that Cicely did not have the rights to publish. The archives is incomplete. Should I also go? Hang on a sec. Oh my god, helps if I can... Okay, so this might be just it here then. Look at it! Look at it! Could this popular gift be filling homes with satanic messages? Dun, dun, dun! This was the issue of Piketty magazine that contained an article about Cicely Sanchez. The story concerned an unreleased book that she had written about Guy Hudson. And the version you found in your periodical search had the relevant pages removed, rendering this magazine useless unless you want to read about a potentially demonic toy fish. Well, I do. Which of Guy's affairs was the base? Cult of the Lamb approves. They do, they get the nod. I do want to read about the fish though. So how do we find the pages? How do you think we find it, chat? Maybe we go back here. To be pulling their issue the following day, the moment that Ruby Legal Enterprises threatened them. This caused the issue to sell faster than any other in the magazine's history. Even people that would never have normally purchased it were not on their way to buy one. potentially pulled if it had gone to court, and Piketty likely got more eyes on it than it would have if the root trees just ignored the story. Amazing. Okay. You know when like we just fall down this rabbit hole and now I'm kind of like, where do I go from here? Oh my goodness. I can't stop yawning. Okay, so all of that to say, oh, what was this again? Out of print. This book's description has this to say. What if everything you stand for, everything you know to be true today could disappear in an instant? All of your politics, relationships gone in the blink of an eye. Would you still be you? Cicely Sanchez tells this powerful true story about a man who woke up after being saved from drowning in his backyard pool and became an entirely different person. Okay. Man from the Catholic Church who claims he was told by God that he should travel to Thailand and began to preach specifically with the goal to convert 10,000 people. He returned to the United States after just 2 years, claiming he had succeeded. This book tells his version of the story, but the author, Cicely Sanchez, also trapped her time to investigate these claims and talk with... Okay. Was that a certain miracle, perhaps? Perhaps. And then there was... Ahaha. Chat, give me 1 sec, sorry. I'll be right back. There is no rioting freely. You've been spotted, Aranza. You've been heckin' spotted. Sam Madson's book was released early this year, and details the truth about Elias Roottree as well as Sam's fathers, Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller. You helped verify her story. So much of the book's core contents are familiar to you. That said, Sam had some sections on other family secrets and rumors. Much of it didn't matter to the primary purpose of the book, and some of it is new to you and may be important to your news search. Okay. We're finding the evidence. Holy heck. Whew, I'm running out of breath tonight. Oh my goodness. Sam's book had a few different passages about her own history with the company and the rumors and gossip she collected during that tenure. She ran the farm for a period starting around 1968 after the death of Elias Roottree until her daughter Gwyneth took over in 1984. Most of the relevant rumors coincide with the reign of Guy Hudson, who took over as president in 1978. Sam was very much not a fan of Guy, and according to Six Pieces, it was an open secret within the family that Guy was very much not a fan of remaining faithful to his wife Patricia. Oh no. I need to note that down, I think. Do I not have one just on Guy? Oh my god. Many of their hires at the time were young single women, and Guy often spent a lavish amount of money on private parties. Oh. This was 20 years ago, and Sam warns that most of it is hearsay. Still, you find the following information that may be relevant. One of Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. According to Elizabeth, a caterer from a local restaurant called Atenellis. Hi, Nay. Are you all good? Met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to a pregnancy. Elizabeth wasn't aware that the party was for swingers. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners. Guy's main positive contribution to the company involved expanding to markets previously untapped by Root Tree. However, when he went on trips overseas, they were often for weeks at a time, and Guy was known for spending more time and money on unofficial businesses than meetings with distributors and manufacturers. Hi, Old, how are you? It was said that he bribed at least one politician to open a factory in Brazil. There is also a section where Sam speculates that Elias may have also cheated on Gwyneth. Well, that's the first one then. Gwyneth has always been much kinder to Sam than Elias was, and was the first to invite Sam to family events. While she has no hard evidence, Sam always got the impression that Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias into allowing Sam back into the family using some kind of leverage instead of it being a natural course of events. She mentioned that Elias and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue, sometimes about another woman. Sam also says her son Ernie once asked her, "Who's Beth?" because he overheard them yelling about someone with that name. As far as Sam knows, Elias once had a secretary named Elizabeth, a different Elizabeth than the supervisor from the farm, but she never met her. A different one? Oh god, there's two Elizabeths. I'm getting tongue twisted. Oh god. Okay. Elizabeth's. I'm getting all tongue twisted. So. Oh my god, what a mess. Okay. Okay. A Beth. Look at that. That led to a child. That led to... That led to that. And also her adopting that, but then they split. Dear God. What? They married, but adopted? Nah, man. What is that? What is this? Boy, am I confused. Why is it all connected? Can anyone make out what that means? This. So, not really, just what they mean. That was married, that means split up, and that means some form of guardianship, whether it be adoption or... So they were married and had that one. What's this? It's literally looking like they would... What do you mean split up? They were dating their brother? What does that mean? Why does that say split up? Because they're related, no? This is hurting my brain. They were married and had the one on the left who had the one on the right who was then adopted. I guess so. They went on and had 3 kids, 2 spouses. Okay. I'm on board now. Alright, God, that really made my brain stop responding there for a minute. Okay. Okay. I get it. Alright. This is still bothering me, can I say? Because someone recent is married to someone already in the family. And that's weird. That's really heckin' weird, chat. If you ask me. Why what? Why is it weird? Or why do I think that? Although I guess that does just say family tree update. So maybe I'm gonna hope that, I don't know, good old Chris and Louisa, I don't know how many years has passed, but I don't know, maybe they had a kid. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe Stephanie and Brian had their kid. I don't know. Why is it weird that someone married someone already in their family? Because they're already related? was my thought. I generally don't think that's something that is usual. Do typically go hand in hand. True. Do we have a photo? The Root Tree Rift. Oh, we haven't Googled that, have we? Or specifically about Clark. Married and got divorced and remarried someone. Maybe. But the thing that's throwing me is that both of these people have to already be on the board. So, like, no matter what, if it's like Elias here marrying a cousin's, like, I don't know. Oh, you didn't think, okay. I don't know. I guess just after this and the sisters, I don't know how far it's gonna go, you know? I don't know how far it's gonna go. I mean, he'd be made his way through the family. So, I don't know. I don't know. Alright. So, we have, if we can get a photo of Elias, then we might be able to lock in the 4 of them. Is the tree not specifically a root tree or blood relative? It hasn't really specified. It just says that they're on the board. Is also on the original tree. So, I mean, I guess that technically means spouses and stuff too. Just that they're somewhere there. So Halloween music, it's back. That would make things less weird. That is true. Still a bit weird. Because, like, knowing this family, I really don't think it was just a fluke that they happened to meet, you know? The Halloween music is a bop. Whenever real celebrities put the general public's perception of them as classic faces associated with the Root Tree Candy Company had always been in somewhat high regard. Sorry, can I ask as well, chat, when I'm reading this out, do you guys want me to slow down? I know I tend to read quite fast. Is it okay how fast I'm reading, or would you like me to slow down? It's alright? Okay. Since the 6 pieces, the Candy Company had placed much less of an emphasis on Elias as a historical brand-connected figure, but there have also been those who have argued that it was his right to decide how to split his inheritance and that he did nothing wrong. This has led to some heated television exchanges and countless offers. The first Anderson Maple Farm only used to be a popular tourist attraction during summer months when it had special tours. However, it has since seen an explosion of off-season business as some religious and political groups decided to visit to show support for Elias and Gwen's traditional values and financial rights. This rise in support was in turn followed by pickets from gay rights activists when some particularly inflammatory organizations made their pilgrimages. Amongst all this conflict, the farm has since shut down, seemingly indefinitely. The quotes from Bess Williams' book. Bess was an author born in the 1800s. She lived outside of Miami, died in a major hurricane in 1926. Had minor history with the Root Trees. Her only notable book, Family Man. Okay. Blatant propaganda. Whew. It had been all but forgotten until recently when it was re-released. The Bocadoral Library, not far from where she lived, was partially destroyed in the hurricane. When they rebuilt, they named the non-fiction section after her. The library was expanded again in 1950 and then closed in 1963 when multiple larger libraries opened in the surrounding area that made it redundant. Can we look up this? Oh! The Bocadoral Library no longer exists. You find multiple libraries in the area. According to the website for the library system in Miami, the building where it once sat is now the Miami Print Museum. Wait, doesn't someone own the printing company? Miami Print Museum. You come across their website. It states their hours. The building is a small one of the exhibits in their courtyard, which includes a fountain as well as a statue of an unknown author, The picture has been added to your evidence. Another is a printing press that was used by the Miami Sunday, a now defunct weekly newspaper. The last is the original print of Cuba by Cubans, an art book. At first glance, it doesn't seem related to your search in any way. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, I might need to... Whoops. Yeah, at first glance... There's a book of paintings of Cuba released in 1963. On second glance, it still doesn't seem related. What? Am I being trolled? Okay, what if we... They're trolling me? God damn it. I would have fallen down that rabbit hole for so long. Okay, so that's just the same thing. Okay, so Family Man, Bess Williams. And yeah, Insomniac, you're onto something. Could be short for... Oh, and there's our photo. Wait, I need to see. Does it lock in? That means we have something wrong. It could be her occupation. What? Ciara, what was the last thing you've seen? I'll try and fill you in if you like. The dictionary defines propaganda as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. But if they were to replace that definition with a picture, it would be a picture of this book. The book tells you nothing new about Elias, and from what you know of his true feelings towards some of his extended family, you're not sure it tells you anything true about Elias either. Jane Doe lookup. Oh, wow. Okay. Give me 1 sec and I will fill you in. The reissue of this book was so lazy that they reused the famous photo of Elias from Business Watch, whose copyright had expired. The best thing it has going for it is that it's only 85 pages long. But it says that it's still somehow important. Okay, so Jane Doe is apparently have no relevance. They were proven to not be related. They are not on this tree. So he still went on and had 50 other children. But yeah, that was apparently not one of them. So that wasn't the second one. We found something that said that Elias had potentially not been faithful either. And there was a name that was said. Beth, right? Good morning, puppies. How are you? Have you played this before, Belmont? Elias, yep. It's true. But we have 4, so something should be locking in, but nothing is locking in. Is there a different... It's gotta be musician. Having your coffee. Nom nom nom. But she was a secretary. He was the 3rd president, right? Yep. And that was when it started in 75. Extra thorough. God damn it. Alright, what else have we got? Oh! Do you reckon that's Gwen? Hi, Kingslayer! Why so tiny? It's still me! Just with less background, currently, while we play this. Nothing's even locked in! I am not small! I am 5'5". 5'6"? 5'5". That sounds about right. How do you guys reckon we can find the missing pages? Not been a secretary as most recent. That's true. If we go back, secretary when he retired. He grew up with her until he was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. Retail? Still not right though. Go over her head. Unbelievable! No time I've seen you drive a truck. What? The other tree? He would have been too young, wouldn't he? 1949? God, I hope it's not this. The far right? This one is just under family tree. No, he was dead then. He died in 82. In the car crash with his wife. Poor woman. After everything he put her through, and she had to die with him. What do you guys reckon we should... Okay. Me here and there? How it... You?
Hey
There
Val,
it is.
3 years are
3
Valerie
years.
Valalove Valaprawn, how are
3
you how's bub?
years. Thank you ever so much for the 3 years. Very, very, very much appreciate it. I am good. How are you doing? How are you? How are you? Bob is doing well too. Very, very well. How long has it been 3 years? Guys, pretty straightforward, so it must be something. Well, we did also need... we need 4 still to lock in. Roughly the same height. You're slightly taller than me. Sorry. Ooh. We do have Elias. Yeah. Locked in. Well, not locked in. You know what I mean. Presentation of the group assignment due next week. Hope it's all going okay. Look what Elia's done. So something's not right here, you don't think? Is that guidance and secretary for only 2 weeks, the first few weeks. Till he was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie. Yeah, possibly. Not that short and has actual non-CGI legs. See, chat? There it is! Teacher regarding the process? Ooh, that does sound very interesting though. As well as a letter from his father containing threats. The writer did some research. I don't know. How to train a dog? Oh, that's cool. How interesting. Stuffed teddy bear. Isn't there one? What do you mean? That? The ones that are already... The easiest people to fill are the ones that were already on the tree. That makes sense. I guess I just don't know where to start for that, because 1949... be one of these guys, wouldn't it? Okay, this has to be Miracle. Surely. Surely this is Miracle. You know he would create this mess. They split up after that affair. He got married in the... Yeah, I'm wondering if it's Stephanie. Because remember, she was pregnant. So maybe the update is their baby. Maybe it's not as weird as... Let's have a look. Oh. Oh, Stephanie Jones. It is now, right? Since Brian Jones has been busy updating Stephanie Jones's campaign website, 2 new sections exist. The first is baby photo. Ah, yeah. Alright, not weird. Not weird, chat. Jim and Diamond's sister, Kim. He's in the next game we have to put together the the sisters' family trees and how Jim has gone through all of them. Our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up being very fitting considering she was born the night before Christmas. The second is what's next. There's not much of substance there right now, but it lists some small accomplishments and finishes with the recent rise in popularity and controversy surrounding my extended family. There has been some extra attention on me. Stay tuned for announcements in the coming months about how I plan to use publicity to accomplish bigger and better things. Aww. Do we have a name? her grandmother. Well, that's mum. Grandmother? What, Clara? Or great-grandmother? Alright, let's just... turn Christmassy. Baby's grandmother or hers? Oh, that's a good point, actually. Our daughter was named after her grandmother. So, Carol, yeah, Carol, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna do this first because I kind of want this to lock in if it's right. Yes! So we have something wrong about... Guy! Oh my god.
Has Clark reached out to you? Well, let me give you a short history lesson about the last few months of my life.
She's back.
3 different people contacted me, claiming that somewhere in their history, they might be root trees. First, that young man, the rapper. I ignored that one. He seemed dubious. But then I saw the news. I felt terrible. So I began helping the others. Because my doubts with Felix were so misfounded, I ended up putting too much faith in the second person that approached me. I went to the media prematurely. I admit my mistake there. But the third person who contacted me also had a credible case. Before I could help, the company got to them somehow.
The company.
The fact that the family silenced them doesn't seem to fill me with hope when it comes to Clark's intentions. But you're making progress based on the leads he gave you. It's really hard for me to get a read on him. I'll let you handle it. I've sent you the case I've been working on, and some company records I managed to track down. The records are quite dense, but hopefully they're useful. Good luck.
Kept looking straight past it. Politics. Well, Stephanie looks happy, and that's the main thing. Okay. Clark's part of the inheritance? Oh, you bet we are. You heckin' bet we are. Okay. Let's start with the photo. This woman was given... so this photo was given to you by Sam Madsen. A woman named Regina Clementine came to her and claimed that her husband had confessed he thinks he's a root tree. The details of this case can be found in your evidence. Stuart is the older boy wearing a vest. The woman in the photo is Mary Beth Clementine, a singer who may have... I knew it. I heckin' knew it. Okay. A lot to unpack here, though. A woman named Regina Clementine came to her and claimed that her husband has confessed he thinks he's a root tree. Clementine, no. Okay. God damn it, Miracle. I knew that I gave you a section here for a reason. Okay. Mary Beth Clementine was a singer most popular in the years between 1942 and 1959. She traveled around the country performing at churches. Her repertoire was a mix of religious and popular songs, and although she recorded a few records, they seem lost to time. The only one you find mentioned was a cover of He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, released under the label New Edison. One thing, it's someone else, not Miracle. Nah, I do not believe it. One thing Mary Beth was known for was her adoptions. She's listed on many sites that mention adoptions and the history of adoption. She adopted 2 children in the late 40s, Stuart and Mark. Oh, we need a random section again, don't we? Random. She also spoke as an advocate for the benefits of adoption in front of the United States Congress, who were convening to debate and discuss the then recent first adoption of an African American child to a white family in the United States. She was specifically there to detail her experience going through the system to adopt Stuart. Her other son was adopted later, and according to a single line on one of the adoption sites, under unusual circumstances. So who? Mark. Okay, so Mark. Okay. Adopted. Sure. Adopted. And then for 9 months for adopting? Oh yeah. Affair with Miracle. In 1959, it surfaced that Mary Beth had been twice divorced, both times to her manager, Sterling. This ended her career with the religious audience she had been catering to, and while she performed occasionally since then, she mostly faded into obscurity. She passed away at the age of 76. Okay. Alright. Give us the song. Small record label in Los Angeles that existed for a few years in the 40s. Divorced twice. Yeah. According to a website, hang on, she's nearly up to Clark's, Clark's record. According to a website about the history of recorded sound, it was named after its founder, Sterling Edison. Its biggest claim to fame is being sued by the estate of Thomas Edison in Edison. Okay. It was Mark. Confirmed. You also find references to New Edison and Mary Beth Clementine on sites about old records. One collector says that the Holy Grail is a re-release of the Old Rugged Cross, and says that the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name. She changed her name, huh? Oh, she divorced the same person twice. Oh my god. Another site claims that police had to be called to New Edison Records after its owner, Sterling Edison, got in a physical altercation in public, leading to a divorce. No cited sources or evidence, and the site's content seems user submitted. There's an email address at the bottom and the phrase "send me your stories about old Hollywood" and I'll add them to the page. Alright, let's find the song. Okay. Won't find much relevant information about it online. We are mock. Just frame someone for murder already. You choose CJ? Fair. That's fair. Sterling Edison. Okay, just back here. So, Edison Records was one of the first record labels named after Thomas Edison. The history of the company seems very unimportant, except for a potential lawsuit they filed in 1949, Edison Records vs. Edsel. A website about lawsuits mentions this as a fun case because the name of the lawsuit was actually the biggest problem for the person being sued. A record producer who called himself Edison was immediately outed as not actually being named Edison. Edsel was a German last name, and at the time of the founding of the company, the US was at war with Germany. The company's founder immediately settled to try and get the case to go away, but the damage was done. Oh my. Okay. Well, that was, yeah, nothing. Seems the new Edison Records and Modern Music Monthly had quite a lot of overlap. There are countless advertisements for various covers of popular songs. When you scan the results for anything other than an advertisement, you do find a very brief blurb when New Edison was sued by Edison Records. By the time the magazine had covered it, it seemed like the lawsuit was settled out of court and New Edison was destined to shut down. The owner, who went by Sterling Edison, said he'd likely create a new record company, but there's no evidence anywhere that he did, and that was the last mention of him. So if he tried, yeah, same. Sterling Edsel. No. God, I can't stop sneezing. Laying on the floor for the last half an hour. Oh, you sleepy? I'm crashing too, honestly. Thanks, Mark. Raybeth Clementine released the old rugged cross for New Edison. It was advertised quite a few times. When it was first reviewed by the magazine, however, it listed the artist as Ahahaha. Okay. Oh, how nice is that storm? Okay. But there's nothing about her online anywhere. This is so complicated, hey? You really have to dive into people's lives for this one. ASMR? Wait, as in... You need me to do ASMR? Alright, nothing like some court cases and ASMR, right? Confidential. Does the game ignore that? I think it ignores it. I think. Nope, Ciara, it's too late. You were given some partial staff records to cross-reference by Sam Madsen. These records are based on old tax mailing information and only detail the employees that work directly for Root Tree or in their corporate office. The many laborers on their farms and in their factories are not listed. You're not sure how helpful it would be except for cross-referencing guy secretaries and visits overseas. Spider searching people just because they are listed in these books will likely be very time-consuming and a waste of your time. Will likely be or would be? Because... Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. Imagine if I get an achievement for this and it's just like the I told you so achievement where the game's like, I literally said you didn't have to do that. Elizabeth Cravensworth, hey? Well, we have a name, I think. Eli C. Root Tree, Fred Cross, Albert Cross, Douglas Rosenberg, Juliet McCullen, Joanna Robertson, Doris Mays, Beth! Okay, but now I forget What was where? John Miller, there he is. Okay, so wait, where did she come into this? I have too many things everywhere in this one. Oh my god. Joanna Robertson. Okay. Okay, how do I... There we go. Alright. So, that's 3. The adopted sons' names. Mark and Stuart. Okay, so this has to be... That has to be him. So now we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Hey Ronan, I'm good. How are you? It's good to see ya. And who did he have the affair with? It was just noted somewhere, wasn't it? Shows the 2 divorce. Yeah. Mary Beth Clementine, a singer who may have had an affair. Ronan, thank you for the raid! Plasma and Leanne, how are you guys doing? Good to see you. Ronan, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Oh, Pokemon Infinite Fusion? Do tell. Do tell. I am good, Leanne. How are you doing? Welcome, pals. We are playing a very fun, but a very confusing game called The Root Trees Are Dead, where we're basically putting together a family tree. It's complicated, but it's a very fun game. It's very fun. Doing okay tired though? I feel that, hey. I'm like crashing. Hi, Plasma. I'm good. How are you doing? Lovely to have you stop by. Got to the SSN and we had to start because Nuzlocke didn't do you any favors. Oh, no. So is it like a Nuzlocke run, but random Pokemon? What is Infinite Fusion? I don't know if I've looked into it before. I don't think I have. So wait, is there 3? Wait. I'm okay, honestly, chat, can anyone explain this? I am so confused. A woman named Regina came to her and claimed that her husband had confessed he thinks he's a root tree. Stuart is the older boy wearing a vest. The woman in the photo is Mary Beth Clementine. So is her husband Mark? Or it... And those are her kids? I don't understand. Infinite times? Fusing everyone together to make new Pokemon. I love that. That sounds really fun. That sounds really, really fun. Love that. I need to try it. Regina is married. To either Mark or Stuart. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And what was she doing? Was she a singer? I can't remember now. Yep, it's right there. But they didn't lock in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have something wrong. That's definitely her. Her name's on the books. Miracle, miracle. Unbelievable. Correct miracle? Yes. Yeah, because in 49, because his sons were later. I believe. Clementine wasn't her name and you already found her villain? Oh. I did? Clementine do anything else before she died? No. Performed occasionally since then, so she was still performing. I think... wasn't Sterling the last name? I think he just gets called it. Hang on, I fell too deep into the rabbit hole and now I've forgotten things. Remember when I started this stream chat saying we'll finish this tonight? Same. I already found it, you're saying? The last 3 streams. Technically, this is the next one. I did the schedule 1. Hang on. Addicted? I see what you've done there. Am I looking at it? Wait, that's right. No, I remember now. There, I noted it. I noted it. My notes are everywhere tonight. Miracle, miracle, miracle. This guy. He is unheckin' believable, chat. He is unbelievable. He has the audacity to go after him. No, I'm not surprised either. You just know that everyone thought that this was gonna be him. Okay. So there was 2 sons. So there's Stuart and Mark. I'm surprised. Yes, same, honestly. So wait, were these Miracles kids? Oh no, that's why they were cut out of it. So who's... Oh, her husband can have a photo. Okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, what was his last name? Because you just know he's not giving them the last name Root Tree. Me neither. My notes are so bad tonight, chat. Oh my god, there's more. In 1977, it was announced that Zach would be retiring and Guy would be taking over at the start of 78. They held a retirement party in November before spending the final month working on transition. Guy Hudson has replaced all of these. We're gonna have to check all the women that worked there because Guy Hudson cannot be trusted. Guy Hudson has replaced Ernie Madsen Jr. as special management. Patrick Decker was hired. Eli C. Root Tree is no longer employed by Root Tree. Now under product management. What about Stuart's wife? Yeah, I think we need to try and... We don't have a name. He got rid of both of them? Alright, well, I think that's going to be another affair person. Christine Farrow. John Miller is no longer employed. Gwyneth Madsen was hired. Do you hear that, chat? You have to come close for this one. Have to come close. I think I'm hearing hush hush money. 50-year work anniversary bonus? $50 years? They didn't even give a relative that much. In 1978, Guy Hudson took over. This began a particularly volatile period in the company's staffing. Many travel expenses were listed, and Guy began trying to develop new flavors. So he replaced Zach, and then a year later, Edward Roottree, Elizabeth Cravensworth, and Lloyd Carpenter are no longer employed by Roottree. Rafferty's is now listed as office staff. Beth Knoxed Up. Did he work there 50 years? I don't think he did. I don't think so. Usually they give you a chocolate bar and a gift card to the Roottree Burger joint. That's it. But you have to have a minimum spend of $20 to be able to use the gift card after that. Well, that is a lot of money in 76. Yeah, it is. Christine's gone again. Hired another 2 women. Another 2 women are fired. Or left, I guess. Another 2 are hired. Susan Ford was hired under a special category that only existed for 1 year. Special services interpreter? Some hush money in that amount? Oh yeah. And you have to choose between the 2? Of course! From previous indiscretion. Presidential office refurbishment, $52,000. 5 pieces, flavor development, caviar, $10,000 a month. Edward Roottree retirement party. He got $7.5 grand. Some other random woman that worked there got $50,000. And someone whose blood relative got $7,500. The same amount for the Christmas tree bash and the New Year's Eve ball. Travel expenses. What? 190 grand. Butterscotch, 10,000. Caviar, 10,000. 4th of July Spectacular, 7,500. Party spent. Also, what he got himself. Oh, this is noted. Part of that is likely tax deductible. I mean, once we find out how many affair partners it led to, there's probably no business involved. Many new employees didn't tend to stick around for long. How was it almost tax time? I do not want to think about it. Terry O'Connor. Susan Ford has been moved to office staff. Douglas Rosenberg is no longer employed. Edward Morrison, Robert Andrews, hired. Edward Morrison, gone. Corinne and Beatrice, gone. Linda and Angela, hired. Lisa and Valerie, gone. Catherine, hired. William, gone. Emily, gone. Emily. One Emily gone, one hired. Gwyneth Madsen is no longer employed, but Gwyneth Cottrell is now listed. Andrew and Lisa Lewis related. Oh yeah. Have an accountant? Yeah. I'm someone that likes to deal with it like fast though. Like I can't leave it for like, I generally do my tax in like usually July, sometime in July. The past 4 years have been all in July. Strawberry, 10,000. Oh, how do you even say that? 10,000. Another butterscotch, 10,000. Caviar, still 10,000. Oh my god. It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Guy Hudson died in May of 1982, so the first few months of that year continued along the same pattern as they had been. Things quickly changed when Ernie took over. Most of the extraneous expenses ended, and all of the secretaries, most handpicked by... Oh, God, he's so gross, man. Sam Madsen left Roottree in 84, so this is the last set of books you have access to. Ernie replaced Guy. Carl Roottree joins as special management. Susan Ford no longer employed. No change, no change. Douglas was rehired. Angela, Linda, Catherine no longer employed. No secretaries are directly employed by Roottree. Roottree instead uses a temp agency. Victor Logan was hired. Stuart Todd no longer. Amy was hired. Sam Madsen no longer employed. Cancel after 5 months. 100 grand. Oh my god. Fred Gle... Okay. $1 million. God. Imagine. God damn. Okay, but what was... this? The Gandalf School for the Deaf, formerly Grandorf Dove, is located about an hour from where the Roottree offices used to be in Butler County, but it serves much of that part of Pennsylvania and nearby Ohio. According to their website, it was formerly named Grandorf Dove from 23 to 90 because Grandorf was the last name of the founder, and Dove is the Danish word for deaf. The founder had issues with government translators, leading to an odd transcription issue. In 1990, it was renamed to better represent the school's purpose and to correct the embarrassing lack of efforts and awareness demonstrated by the government officials in those early days. The staff is listed on the website. You scan through all of the biographies and find the principal. Miss Ford is fluent in 5 languages, including ASL. She has been working for the school for 15 years. Miss Ford's bio also mentions she's not deaf herself, but rather learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. It mentions that she was responsible for securing funding for the Hudson Wing. Miss Ford, I think so. They got their name after the president of the Roottree Company generously donated $250,000 towards the construction of the building. Okay. A very vague history section that you could somewhat fill in with details from other information you've seen about the school. She convinced management to invest. Because, as we know, the Roottrees are so giving when it comes to the community. Hi, Desley. How are you? Someone please teach the Roottrees about condoms. Honestly, someone has to. Someone has to. Okay. I fell down a wormhole there and I don't even know where I am anymore. What was this? The email. Got Regina Clementine from New Orleans, Louisiana, her husband, Stuart. Yes, there it is. The Roottree lawyers went after her since then. Okay. So they had no kids? Because he was the oldest. Right? Whoops. Yeah. Don't know who she split from. And then the other one... Oh, this is gonna go by birth name, isn't it? Hopefully it's still Clementine. But the Root Tree lawyers went after her since then. By the time I received her letter and called her, she told me she couldn't cooperate anymore. Her husband, who is a police officer... Great. Told her he thought he might be a root tree, but he's estranged from his family and didn't want to pursue it because he had no proof. She wrote to me behind his back. Normally I wouldn't. Oh my god, can you imagine though? Can you imagine like confiding in your spouse that you think you're related to one of these famous families, and then she pursues it and now you're being chased down by lawyers with more money than you can fathom. Oh my god. Oh dear. Some of it I've been able to confirm. Stuart's mother was named Mary Beth Clementine. She was pretty well known in the 30s and 50s, a singer who went on tour to a lot of churches. You can look her up online. She was a pretty big proponent of adoption. I know for a fact that she came to Butler County a few times when I was younger, and Regina said that Stuart told her that they always seem to spend a lot of time at the Miracle Church. She sent me a photo to prove that she is who she says she is. I've attached it to this email. Okay. And we have a... Whoops. No, I didn't mean to... Maybe I should have another... I probably should have started this a while ago. But... Sam Madsen's book was released early this year and details the truth about Elias Root Tree as well as Sam's fathers, Edward Clancy Root Tree and John Miller. He helped verify his story. Oh, okay, so that's just the same thing as before, I guess. Okay. Okay, so... I'm just gonna go with Clementine for the time being. Oh, that's first name. Mark. We don't know what he done, who he married. Okay, but he went on to have kids. So, hang on. So, Mary Beth's kids were miracles? And they've been cut out? What did he go on to do? Crocodile Clementine is listed on the website titled the Infamy List. It's a massive list of criminals who are known for odd crimes. Oh my god! He's a criminal! Oh, this is just perfect. Crocodile Clementine, hey? The Infamy List. Although Mark's nickname would imply he hails from Florida, a lot of others on the list come from there, or Australia. Mark is listed as being from Los Angeles. He has pretty big entry and he seems like a real piece of work. His brother was the cop. Oh my god. There's a very small note about him being the basket baby of 1950. But most everything else comes from his adulthood. He lost his job in 1975 as a pilot for a regional airline after he tried to board the wrong airline's plane. In 1982, he was arrested for transporting smuggled animals over the Canadian and Mexican borders for an illegal reptile supplier in Los Angeles. He was apparently quite successful for the first 4 years, but was caught when he had to make an emergency landing in Portland after he was bitten on the foot by a crocodile. Apparently, the Portland Telegraph is credited as giving him his name. His mugshot from this incident has been added to your photos. In 1993, he was released on parole, but his freedom didn't last long. He was arrested in 1994 in San Diego for violating it in an attempt to visit his daughter's graduation. He famously punched the principal, a man named Billy Sims. Billy Sims is the principal of Sandstone Canyon High, who had his 15 minutes of fame when he was punched by Crocodile Clementine at a graduation ceremony. Pretty much every news organization, from Trustworthy to tabloids, seemed to have their own take on the altercation. It wasn't the punch that captured the nation's attention, however. Instead, it was Billy Sims' matter-of-fact response to the threat and his comments afterwards, as heard in a now famous audio clip from someone who was recording the ceremony. Billy saw Mark hop onto the graduation stage and said, "Sir, you'll want to sit down or we'll have a problem." At that point, Crocodile reportedly sucker punched him in the face. Billy, apparently only slightly dazed, said, "All right, sir, I guess we'll have a problem." Clementine tried to throw another punch, but Sims anticipated it and performed a maneuver that spectators described as a wrestling above mixed... Wait, what? A wrestling move mixed with a backward somersault, which immediately brought both men to the floor, with Sims straddling Clementine, keeping him neutralized. As security arrived, the recording captured someone asking, "How did you do that?" And Sims' response was famously, "Trust me, I'm as surprised as anyone." That is not where I thought this was going. Dear God. Okay. Basket Baby of 1950. A few sites about true stories focused on and around religion mention that in 1950, a gospel singer named Mary once found herself dealing with a real-life baby Moses situation. Apparently, she was a rather prominent supporter of the concept of adoption, and someone decided to test how much. They left a baby on her doorstep in a basket. According to the site, she adopted him without question and raised him as her own son. Although it wasn't national news, in many circles he came up known as the Basket Baby and even went on tour with her as he grew up. Yeah, sure, I bet that's what happened. None of the websites state who the woman or baby were, likely to prevent people from looking into either of the people too closely. For context, you know it's Mary Beth Clementine, who would later be shunned due to her personal life, and her son Mark, who would later be known as Crocodile Clementine. Okay, the infamy list. Maybe we search... I don't know if this matters or not. Nope. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Wow, look, we get 3 different stories. News Time did a small piece about a fight between Sims and Crocodile, but tried to approach it from a different perspective. Their goal was to paint a picture of the 2 men involved from others who knew them best. Not only did they manage to interview Sims' wife, Carla... Colleen Webb, Mark's ex-wife. Perfect. Colleen. Okay, great. And we know he has a daughter. Is criminal a... okay. According to the section with Colleen, she and he met when he worked for an airline. She worked in an airport newsstand. He was a drinker and would often have wild mood swings. When he was charged with assault of a fellow pilot in '75 and lost his job, they divorced. At the time, she was pregnant with their second daughter. 2 daughters. Okay. He was a pilot, but I just assumed he'd done something else after that. She left to move to San Diego to live with her sister and told her oldest that her dad had to fly planes for the army. She raised them both by herself, and although she never went through the trouble of changing their names legally, they used the web name so that nobody would connect them to her ex-husband. Okay, so in this case, do you guys think it's under web? Like, are the names on there? What? I'm just gonna try, I guess. Alright, we'll try that. Search for them as web, but tree should be Clementine. Oh, I see. Okay. Search as surname web, but tree Clementine. No. Hopefully that makes sense for me soon. Okay. Piketty magazine is kind of sleazy, so they're not afraid to publish a few details that more reputable news publications normally wouldn't. You look up Billy Sims' incident, and it seems they did report on it. You gain a few new bits of information that might not be useful. Billy Sims was once arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a company that was found to be testing their products on animals. According to police paperwork, Crocodile Clementine's bail was paid for by you. Piketty interviewed other students that were at the event to find out if anyone knew anything, and the word going around was that Mark Clementine showed up because his daughter Mary was graduating. Mary. Mary. Okay. So he named it after his mum? Let's look this up really fast. A regional Mexican fast food chain that held a competition that offered free meals for life to women that legally changed their name to Tostarito. Used to be named Lucinda. Oh, as in just Lucinda? I don't know. We'll come back to that. And we need the third one. Did report on, but the information seems redundant with the basic information you can find about the incident from the internet. Okay. Well, it was certainly something, wasn't he? He was certainly something. I guess, do we go pilot? How many do we have here? 1, 2. This one needs a 2. Everything else is locked. Okay, what? school was it? What if we search her? Nothing. Okay. My brain's given out on me, chat. I can't think anymore. I don't remember what I was trying to do. Metakite, thank you for the like. God, my brain is so bad these days with trying to remember things. Oh, there he is. Smuggling reptiles into the United States, huh? That'll do it. Let's go the updated one. Yep. He's a root tree. You know it, chat. You know it. Mary Webb in San Diego has a website called Web on the Web. Apparently it's a personal travel diary that also doubles as an advertisement for her travel agency. There are descriptions of Mary's services including booking flights and cruises. Almost all of them involve extremely niche audiences. It seems Mary is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations aboard ghost ships and in specific hotel rooms that are said to be haunted. She also has a dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises catered to specific groups such as fans of boy bands. In a diary entry, she talks about the trip she's personally taken and uses that as an opportunity to feature descriptions of amenities and excursions that the ships offer. Ship's hotels, picture of Mary herself with a ship. Photo of Mary. Let's go. Photography studio that seems to have been different sites. Been possible to hire them, take professional. Oh, chat, did you know I'm apparently the former head photographer from Corporate Composition Photography? Okay, so we have travel agent. Was she the oldest one? Do we know? Do we have the other name at all? We don't, do we? We're so close to being able to lock this in. We just need this person. Don't know, chat. I'm finding it hard to think now. Professional. Okay, maybe we go back to this. Appears to no longer exist. Personal page of a member of an IRC photography channel. Did a Q&A with their users about taking pictures of promotional material and print ads. Most of the questions and answers are pretty technical. I was on the cover of Telephoto and asked about Iraq. The question was quickly shut down by the person running the Q&A. Val does not wish to answer any questions from his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Ah ha ha ha! That's a he. But there's a vowel. I'm assuming maybe a spouse. It's gonna be literally just Val, isn't it? It's literally just Val. Val Aris. Not me. Maybe she was, oh. What if we search? Not my birthday. No. Lies. Slander. The photography company from the photo. Isn't that who we were just looking up? Yeah. Chat. Oh my god, it's 11. No wonder I'm crashing. Oh, wait, did I not search? Oh no, I did. She refused to talk about? I am. But I need to sleep soon, I think. Okay, let's start here. IRC chat logs. Yeah, Iraq. Maybe they ran a story. No. LBP. Lower back pain. Low blood pressure.
Valalove Valaprawn, it's Val's birthday. 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 Valalove Valaprawn.
Lead-based paint. Rinoshi, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Long Beach. Building plastics? Probably this. What wouldn't they want to talk about? The photography? Probably that. I mean... Seems like a solid lead as it mentions a Val, an award-winning photographer on the page. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and on the side it has a picture of a baby and a camera captioned with Cam Lincoln reaching for his namesake. I guess he takes after his father. Cam Lincoln, hey? feel like that's just hinting at it. Definitely Laura. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? What happens if I... Hang on. I just knew that it would be a good answer on there. How did you think this would be related to your search exactly? Regardless, has nothing to do with the root trees here. Oh, I love this game. Small publisher in California that has limited edition runs of movie scripts. None of the books seem related to your search. What? A video game where the protagonist wakes up in a valley. Wait, chat, have we found the thing? Like the other one? Bring back jigsaw pieces they find in different eras. Oh, the dragon tapped into the jigsaw to talk to them. RC, how are you? We miss you, dude. Major spoilers. The surprise twist is that if the player decides to feed the dragon, turns out they're actually the snack. To any other game that has ever been released, past or present. Did anything come up for that? No. A lead-based pain? Lower back pain is a pretty serious problem. One recommendation seems pretty useful to you. When you're sitting in front of a computer for hours doing genealogy research, it's recommended you try to sit with a good posture. Additionally, standing up and stretching once in a while could be useful as long as you don't strain yourself. Low blood pressure? Nothing. These are great. Oh, Ciara, thank you. That was funny. Aww. Oh, I get it. Cam, like camera. Oh my god. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. What's incorrect? He's definitely the one with kids because he went to attend her graduation. She was a travel agent, right? She has her own thing. He was the cop. I don't know. Can you guys see where I've gone wrong? Yeah. Okay, the 12. What should we search? Belmont, what do you mean? Could you point me in the right direction? I do need to finish up in a minute, but I would like to lock these 4 in if I can before I finish. Oh, you just saw the date. Go with a hint, and if I don't get it in 5 minutes, I'll probably grab the answer. Mary and Val are married. I mean, technically not, but it seems pretty well hinted at. Which root tree? We do! This guy! Wasn't even Miracle. The photo company page. What? The Lincoln Baby Photography? Picture of Lincoln Baby, it seems like a solid lead as it mentions of Val. Award-winning photographer on the page. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and on the site it has a picture. Oh, Mary. It's a personal travel diary that also doubles as an advertisement for her travel agency. Booking flights and cruises will involve extremely niche audiences. It seems Mary is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations aboard ghost ships and in specific hotel rooms. Also dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises. Ships she's personally taken and uses that as an opportunity to feature descriptions of amenities. Also pictures of ships. One of her diaries she mentions the day the photos were taken. She was allowed onto the ship on a port day in San Diego with a professional photographer she knows. Corporate? Oh, that one. No longer exists. Taking pictures, professional materials, and print ads. Most of the questions and answers are pretty technical. They not only seem relevant, but also go over your head. One of the questions, however, mentions that Val was on the cover of Telephoto and asked about Iraq. The question was quickly shut down by the Q&A, so Val does not wish to answer any questions about his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Okay. So... go. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Head photographer before she was even born. Aren't I just amazing? He won the Sapir Award for photojournalism. Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class because he went so he couldn't decide what else to do and thought it'd be the best career in the world to shoot for Playboy. Oh, okay. But he quickly found he had a knack for it and began to skip lunch. After graduating, he tried to pivot to landscape photography but didn't have any passion for it. I work much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or an object. He got lucky when a photographer mentor of his was going overseas to cover the war, decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go to an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane tickets, all my meals, and he even pulled some strings so we could rush my passport. For someone that never had a real job, even left California, it was a hell of a break. He was 19. Lisa, who lost an arm in Operation Desert Sabra. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat, and Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed, and she and a fellow soldier were severely injured. I ran into Lisa after the surgery and took this picture. Then, until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fake because that's a photo that won me an award, got me into, and also led to my engagement. Alright, so other way around then. So this is where Mary should be. Okay. Okay. Cool. So it's her brother-in-law. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? It's down here. And then we've got... hang on, Lisa. Oh, I probably have this around the wrong way then. Military. Okay, wait, let me just change this again. Something's still not right. Clementine. Yeah. Cool. Beautiful. Look what miracle started. That's Clark.
Sam reached out to me finally. I think I have you to thank for that one.
That you do.
My family's in a bit of a rough patch. Even though the candy is selling better than ever, everyone is fighting over the trust. The majority of us want to dissolve it. On paper, it seems like the right decision. The arguments about what to do next are endless and heated. More than a few root trees are worried about losing their wealth. I don't think we deserve it more than anyone else. I love my family, my wife, my daughters, even my son, who I hardly ever get to see. I want to keep them safe and secure. But I didn't do anything to deserve this fortune.
He seems like a good guy.
Hell, I probably deserve it less than most. It took me way too long to get my life together. Okay, enough about me. Here's the deal. I can't stop the majority from voting one way or another. If you keep passing along potential root trees, I'll keep adding them to the list. On the other hand, there's been some leaps forward in genetics. It may sound like science fiction, but we can actually determine who's in the family just by testing their DNA. What you've done so far has been very useful. Just keep filling out the tree and we'll prepare for the tests.
An extra spot for affairs on that board. There should be. That's the next lot. Wow. Well, I think we've done quite well, chat. We have made excellent... This whole section is affairs. Yeah. Pretty much affairs that led to babies. Really. I can't believe this guy. No, Lisa didn't lock in, but that was because I have 5. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, so it just picked 4 of the 5. So that would still be correct. Whew. All right, chat. It is nearly 11:30. I am so heckin' dead tired. I'm gonna finish up now and see where I can drop us on off to. Let me see. No, thank you guys for hanging out. I will. I'll give Dexy a big cuddle. I will. Friends, as a reminder, I will be off tomorrow and Sunday. But I'll be back Monday night. Do we want to keep doing this? Or should we do DVD? I don't know. I have this weird, like, feeling that, like, people are waiting for DVD. I don't know. Because the event. I don't know. Where can we go? I'm so torn because I'm also like, I feel like if I leave it too long, I'm gonna forget this completely and not know where I left off. you know? I'm so torn. We'll work it out. Smooth jazz. James Tuesday. That could work. That could work. And then upcoming too as well as DVD, we've also got Dead Letter Department to play. And also the... Hang on, I can't remember the name of it. It's got the strange name. It's got the strange name. What was it? Oh no, what was it? How do you search by recently added? Oh, and we have the Payne's Creek Killings too at some point soon. Which is another, like, detective game of, and golden, yeah, the golden one. That's it. The one that's similar to this. But yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we have those upcoming as well. I am very excited. Very, very excited. Let me see where we can go. Chat, I will drop us on over to... let's go say hi to Seven. Seven is playing some Deebs. So... let's go say hi. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, and thank you so much for all of your love and support and for helping me crack the code of this game. Yeah, I'll have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys on Monday if you want to catch me in the meantime. That's the Discord there. If you want to watch anything in the meantime, please feel free to suss it out on YouTube. As a reminder, any subs over there do help, and any watch time on like previous VODs, shorts, all of that help me out tremendously. So yeah, that is always there if anyone wants to watch anything while I am not here for 2 days. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday. And yeah, take care, friends. I love you. Bye!